Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's in your rest there. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders still. I bumped my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen hurting them, throwing lasers. The Rager Young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius lay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gangsta Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat, the man in motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Late Night with your host, Bird Gang 31 in the building. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a blessed and safe day today on this fine Tuesday night. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking about linebackers, the number one position needed by the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe. I'm going to give you some of my guys that I think the Eagles need to go out there and go get. So, starting it off, make sure you guys hit that like on the way in. Subscribe if this is your first time, checking out BG31. Subscribe and make sure you hit that post notification bell. Also, hit up BGN Sports Media. It's a new, all sports network that is growing very fast. You guys definitely want to be a part of that as well. Links are inside of the chat. So, how you guys doing today, man? This is my time to kick it with my nation, and we can talk some football, I think today we're going to go ahead. I know it's a little off Eagles topic, but we're going to talk a little bit about this Flores thing. Flores. Let's see here. Let's see. We got the Flores, the former coach of the Miami Dolphins. He got a lawsuit with the NFL, claiming that, some foul play going on in the coaching situation in the NFL, which most of us do know that it's not been, just due for, black coaches in the NFL. But at the same time, this is the first time someone actually came out public with it, and actually got a lawsuit against the NFL. He could possibly be facing, never being able to be an NFL coach again. That's something that I think is crazy and people got to look at, they call it tank gate. This guy's out there saying that his GM told him that if he tanks games, he would get paid $100,000 a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of stuff is that? That's no place. There's no place in the NFL for stuff like that. We're already worried about, sports gambling and whatnot like that. But to hear something like that come out, a coach trying to make his way in the NFL and grow up the coaching chain. And, he's getting GMs coming to him, trying to pay him off to lose games. Like, that's not acceptable. I hope the NFL does the right thing and takes care of this. You know what I'm saying? For my take of it, it's like, you can't keep doing the same things you've been doing for years. You're going to have to grow up in this situation. You're going to have to start, making changes in the NFL, to, better off your whole outlook of the league itself. Like, we can't have things like this going public. You got Hall of Fame coaches, being drawn into this, and it's just not a good look at all, for the NFL. And if this guy doesn't get a job, that's going to be another bad thing going on. So you know how it is. We'll let this develop a little bit more before we get more into it to find out more details, find out what's true, what's not. But you best believe we'll be keeping a close eye on it. What up, Further AM? He says, "Go Birds, how you doing?" I'm doing great. How you doing tonight, Further? Much love for you stopping by. He said the sports we all love got exposed publicly about how awful they are. Facts. You're 100% right with that, Richie. You know what I'm saying? They got exposed. They let the whole world know what's going on. So hopefully we can get some changes out of this. I understand what he did it for. I just pray that him and his family can still, he can continue to do things he loved, after doing what he's done already. You know what I'm saying? That's a big move. And like he said, he knows that there's a possibility that he might not coach anymore. And I think he's an up and coming coach. And I thought we're going to see him on some football teams this next season. So, hopefully everything works out for the guy. I do believe there needs to be a little bit more fairness going on in the NFL. But, that's just my personal opinion. Everybody has the right to believe and, and do what they want to do. The NFL is going to do what they want to do regardless of what any of us say, especially content creators or, anyone in the public eye. So we definitely need to monitor this situation moving forward. So what else we got here? What up, Primetime Steven? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. We just touched on the whole, Rooney Rule, not Rooney Rule, the whole Flores situation, just talking about it before we get into what the Birds need to do this offseason, to really become a contender next year. Because I fully believe, guys, I hear a lot of reports out there. People are now saying Jalen's not the guy. People like saying after watching the playoff games, Jalen's just not that dude. He can't handle it. We need another quarterback. Like he is what's holding us back from being deep in the playoffs. And I kind of laugh at that. I go, first off, no one expected us to go to the playoffs in the first place, period. And for two, it's teams that win Super Bowls. It's not players. It's teams that win Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have all your top elite quarterbacks that all you guys like to, compare Jalen to. Like, all those guys are sitting at home right now besides Jalen Hurts watching the Super Bowl. You got your Aaron Rodgers, you got your Tom Brady's, your Russell Wilsons, your freaking hell, Deshaun Watsons, your, Patrick Mahomes. You got, all these guys, Jimmy G's, all these guys are still exactly where Jalen is right now, sitting at home watching the Super Bowl like the rest of us. So, it doesn't take an elite quarterback. You can have a guy throw for 4,000 or 5,000 yards every single season and not win a Super Bowl. Think about guys like Dan Marino. He had the record for most passing yards ever. That guy used to dart up people all games long. He wasn't mobile, but still hasn't won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, one of the biggest, best quarterbacks ever in the game. He's only won one Super Bowl. Peyton Manning, another legend, he's only won 2 Super Bowls. You got Eli Manning with 2. You got Drew Brees, all-time leading passer, still only 1 Super Bowl. It takes a team. It takes a little bit of luck, and it takes great coaching to win Super Bowls, guys. And going into that playoffs, that's one thing I knew about our Birds is we didn't have the same team as the rest of those teams in the playoff. We were not on the same level talent-wise to be able to be real contenders this year. I was just happy that we made it there. And, I think the sky's the limit for us this offseason. We got a lot of holes to fill, obviously. We got to fill we need some more targets for Jalen like we did last week. We went over some receivers that I think would be great to bring in for Jalen Hurts. We got a lot of holes to fill. Our safeties are going to be gone next year. Depending on if we sign any one of them 2 back. One of our corners is gone, so we're going to definitely need another cornerback. We need targets. We need like 3 receivers. We need like 2 running backs. The only thing that I feel comfortable about right now is our offensive line. And that can even be added to, position. What do you call it? Depth pieces can be added to that to make that line a little bit more stronger going into next season. But other than that, man, Jalen Hurts is the last piece you need to be worrying about. Doing anything big. this offseason to try to go grab a quarterback or do anything like that. He said Deuce Staley was a Rooney Rule when Nick Sirianni got hired. Jeff got dirty hands too. Deuce kid had been offered a tryout as an OC. Facts, he could have. He definitely could have, Richie. I wanted Deuce here. I wanted Deuce to stay offensive coordinator or even head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's been around the organization long enough. She definitely deserved it. But like it is what it is. He didn't. He went to Detroit for the same position. And we'll see what happens this offseason with Deuce Staley and see what can happen for him in the future. He said, what's going on with Flores? He's filed that lawsuit against the NFL, $100,000 lawsuit, talking about, they were trying to pay him, the GM were trying to pay him $100,000, a game to tank, and he wasn't down with that. He was trying to win games. He was trying to become a better coach. He's trying to move up the coaching ladder. And you got GM trying to pay him to tank games. So, that's definitely a big deal. I know I heard about some missed Texas with Bill Belichick, about, he's supposed to have the Giants job. And he was like, oh, no, never mind. It was Dabo, not Brian Flores type stuff. So a lot of hearsay going on in that situation. But like I said, the file's up. You guys go check it out all your social media platforms or on the internet, whenever you guys get a chance. And, you guys can let me know how you guys feel about it. Giants gave him a shame interview when 3 days before they hired Brian Dable. Yeah, exactly. Facts, man. And then you hear about what happened with the Broncos, too. Coming in an hour late, looking like they've been partying all night, not really giving them the time of day, too, as well. It's just disrespect. This is professional business. People need to start acting more professional about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to handle it. You guys are the NFL, one of the biggest media outlets in the world, one of the greatest sports ever played. You think that the heads of these, networks, the heads of these corporations would definitely act a lot more better, the heads of these teams, you know what I'm saying? So what's up, Nina? How you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. Much love to you. Always like seeing you in the chats. He said, facts, Richie. He said, just because Deuce was running back in NFL does not mean that he could not handle the responsibility to be a pass coach coordinator. That's a fact, too. There's no limits, man. When you're in this football game, man, I play football all the way up to semi-pro, like I told you before, man. When you're in a football game, man, like you learn a little bit about everything. You learn a little bit about defense, a little bit about offense, a little bit about passing, a little bit about, running, tackling, everything. Everything you learn about because there's always some sort of practice where you're going to have to be in there doing something of the sort, So, he was definitely qualified. He was not only just the running backs coach here with us, he was also, assistant head coach, I think even all the way back to Andy Reid. So, Deuce definitely is a qualified guy. He said TB12's retirement got ruined by stupidity and ignorance by the NFL. Stand up for us. Facts, TB12, he probably leaked that out anyway. But yeah, I'm glad Tom Brady's gone. I'm saying? No more Brady. We're the last team to, put Brady down in a championship game. So, shout out to the Eagles for being the last team that Brady has to worry about beating them in the Super Bowl. And I think that's awesome. And I think it's going to be, great moving forward. If Aaron Rodgers leaves the NFC, Brady leaves the NFC because he retires, man, the NFC is going to be wide open, ready for our taking if how we can handle this offseason the way I know he can, man. He said, how's it going, Bird Games? You the man. Yeah, what's up, man? Thanks. Much love to you, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. I couldn't do this without all you guys. We got a membership, new member. What up, Stephen Joyce, new member in the building. Shout out to you and much love on a channel membership. Definitely going to be making sure I'll be dropping off some. I think I'm going to do some draft stuff on my channel membership thing right now. I've been a little bit behind on that, but I'm definitely going to be doing some stuff for them, the channel members. We got a couple now. We're picking up on the channel memberships, and we're definitely going to make sure you guys got the quality service that you guys deserve over there. But much love to you, shout out to you, and much love. Welcome to the nation, my guy, and welcome to the nation. Yes, sir. So yeah, let's talk about it, guys. So the holes we need, and we're gonna really dive into this. I think the number one pressing need for the Philadelphia Eagles, I would say is a tie between receiver and between linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Those are the number 1A and 1B. And since we already went over receivers, I thought we'd take a little time out tonight and let's go over the linebacker situation. I know a lot of you guys like TJ Edwards. Edwards definitely, played some good football down the stretch, but let's be honest. If you line Edwards up compared to the rest of the league, you know what I'm saying? Like, Edwards is not that dude. He's not. If you get all the top linebackers, you put them in, Edwards going to be at the bottom of that list. He's just the best linebacker that played the best for us, you know, as Philadelphia Eagles. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely need to upgrade the position. Singleton's a good tackler. He's another one of those guys that's, borderline. He's a great special teamer type linebacker. You can get him in as rotational linebacker. But we need some straight dogs. We need some dogs that are going to go after it, get after the ball, and not be suspect in the pass game. So, I made a little bit of a list here, showing some of the linebackers that I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles need to get, and bring in that could really instantly, upgrade our defense to a dramatic change. So we're going to go over some of these guys. And, before I get to the rookie guys, I definitely want to draft, for this draft class is full of them. We're going to go ahead and get to the veterans. Let's see, where does that go? Here we go. These are my top 3 linebackers that I would love the Eagles. I would love for Howie to go up and go grab. You know what I'm saying? Like, Devondre Campbell from Green Bay is a beast. You know what I'm saying? He makes lots of tackles. He's always around the ball, making plays. Dante Hightower, former Alabama guy, been in the league for a while, will be about 32 once the season starts, but he still plays with a, high motor, and he's definitely that downhill linebacker that you're looking for, to anchor the middle of this defense. He's a leader. He's played on championship football teams, and he knows what it is to win at the highest level, in the pros and in college. So I'm really a big fan of Dante Hightower. And then our boy Anthony Barr. If you're keeping Gannon, you might as well get the pieces that made, his defense great when he was there. Anthony Barr is one of the linebackers that can go sideline to sideline. You know what I'm saying? He's great in coverage. He definitely can lay the hat on people when the hat needs to be laid. And, I think he's definitely another guy Howie needs to be looking at, coming this free agency period coming up here in March. There are some other linebackers out there that I didn't put on the list that are definitely, capable. We got the Vander Edge, from the Cowboys, but I think they might re-sign him. And even if they don't, I don't really like any Cowboys coming back to the team. So, coming back to our team. So, those are my veteran guys that I think Howie really need to take a good look at when it comes to signing linebackers this offseason. He said, one day you will be a Madden Savage. Practice, practice, practice. Hey, I used to be really great at Madden, guys. And as you guys see, I'm getting the swing of it. You got to realize most of these people have been playing since August. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just starting late because of this content creating thing. But I don't regret it at all. And guess what? The games are getting a lot closer. And I should have won 2 yesterday. But hey, shout out for you for watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely going to get better, and I will be a savage sooner than later. Love this take, all or any of them, right? Exactly. All or any of them. I really believe we need to upgrade the position as a whole. I wouldn't even be mad if we grabbed one of them and still went into the draft and grabbed one of these top linebackers. I think that's a necessary evil that we need to do. We need to double dip at receiver. We need to double dip at this linebacker position. Even if you took 2 of these linebackers off this list, I would still go grab one of these top linebackers in the draft. You're never going to have too many excellent linebackers. You've seen the difference one great stud, did for the defense for the Dallas Cowboys, Michael Parsons, last year. He dominated, man. Michael Parsons was a straight beast. And I hate talking about Cowboy players. But Michael Parsons, man, you got to give that guy much love and respect. I kind of wish we kind of picked him now the way as good as he did, but much love to Spin Smitty. He was our only receiver that we did have last year, so I'm not hating too much on that. Let's dive into this draft, though. That's really what I want to get to. And we're gonna start out with this first guy here that everybody's been talking about lately. I've heard a lot of chatter about this guy. I'm kind of late on the whole Devin Lloyd train. I've been kind of late on this train, but Devin Lloyd, since I first heard his name, has done nothing, and I mean nothing, but impressed me with his gameplay. I've watched his gameplay. He was a monster in the Pac-12. Devin Lloyd, 6'3", 235 pounds. He had 256 total tackles with 16.5 sacks. And yes, I said 16.5 sacks. There's some straight up beasts at DNs out there that have not had 16 and a half sacks in their college career. So you know what it is. This guy's all over the field. He forced 2 fumbles. He recovered 1 for a touchdown. He had 3 touchdowns throughout his career, 8 pass deflections, and 5 interceptions. I mean, he is not only making plays at the line of scrimmage and behind the line of scrimmage, he's making plays in coverage as well. So, his pluses is, he can fit any scheme. You can use him at middle linebacker, outside linebacker, edge rush, wherever you need to play this guy. He probably can even play a little bit of safety. He's a big frame, big size linebacker that I think you can plug and play day one. He immediately upgrades our linebacker position going ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? This guy is great in play recognition. You know what I'm saying? He diagnoses plays to the T. He's really fast at finding out where the ball is going to be, and he goes out there and he handles his business. You know what I'm saying? He's a tackling machine. 256 total tackles is amazing. Amazing. For a linebacker, especially when these other, I think I got 2 more linebackers I'm going to show you, and just look at the difference of how many more tackles this guy makes than these other 2 guys. Like, he's definitely that linebacker we need to add to this defense. He's definitely, a bona fide first round linebacker. So will the Eagles get him? He's the biggest linebacker out of the 3. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I would love for, Howie to pull the trigger on a guy like Devin Lloyd out of Utah. This guy's definitely going to be beasting for a long time. But like I said, I had some plays, but for some reason StreamYard wasn't uploading, so I'm probably going to have to get that out on a video for you guys. I'm saying I'm going to get some videos out this week. Let's see what he's saying. He's saying, yeah. Anthony Barr will beat, what up, Drew? How you doing, my guy? A shout out to you, big dog, for stopping by. He said Anthony Barr will be 30 next, and according to Barr's under contract until 2024, so it will be a trade. Yeah, even if we got a trade for him, I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? I know he's a guy that want to get out of there. Let's go make that trade happen. He said he likes Jordan Davis, first round pick. I like Davis too, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, we need linebacker a little bit more than we need, defensive tackle. We got some guys there. Fletch isn't going anywhere. You still got Milton Williams. You got Tui, from USC that didn't play a snap this year. Hopefully he can develop into a beast this next coming year. So I feel like we're more pressed to get a linebacker. I said, yeah, Jordan Davis, this is a beast. I would love Lloyd too. Yeah, facts. Do you think Jacoby Stevens will finally make the roster this year, or will it remain a waste of Howie draft pick? It's possible. Like, I thought Stevens should have made it up last year. The fact that he didn't is very surprising. And I think, as the season went on, you kept seeing him walk back to the locker room after games, and he was just getting bigger and bigger. So I look forward to Stevens making an impact this next season, whether it's at safety or linebacker. He says 16 or 19 pick for sure if Lloyd balls out in his workouts. Yeah, it's possible. We definitely need to see, because I heard one of the knocks on Lloyd is his athleticism. They think maybe he won't test as high because he is a bigger guy. So we will definitely see what happens in the scouting combine. And I want to say he was even invited to, the Senior Bowl. So we'll see if he plays there as well. You go, what up, BIRDGANG? Sally, Devin Lloyd, and Sauce Gardner will be gone by 15. It's a possibility, man. It's definitely a possibility. Shout out to you, Jay, for stopping by. A lot of these players could be gone, but we don't know yet. And, we'll see how everything plays out once the combine comes around, Senior Bowl comes around, free agencies pass, and what team needs need to be met. Can you use Rager as trade bait? Yeah, we can do that too. Pac-12 competition doesn't concern me. Wish he was in AACC. Yeah, facts. That is one of the only concerns for me as well with a guy like Devin Lloyd, because I do wonder, he is in the Pac-12. There's a lot of passing going on there. Is that the reason why the stats look so high, look so good? But we definitely gonna find out more about this guy, once this offseason continues to grow and continues to develop. So, yeah, let me guys know what you guys think about Devin Lloyd. If you guys want to get a Devin Lloyd, let me see those thumbs up. If you're not really sure if you like Devin Lloyd, you want to try out one of these other linebackers I'm about to talk about, let's see the thumbs down. So you go ahead and let me know inside the chat. Next up, this is really a fan favorite. This guy right here just won his national championship. This guy's a Buckus Award winner. You know what I'm saying? Nakobe Dean from Georgia. He is 6 foot, 225 pounds. He had 168 total tackles at Georgia with 7.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 8 pass deflections, with 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. You know what I'm saying? He is great at play recognition. He can diagnose a play like no other linebacker out there, man. The only time the Georgia defense got lit up was against Alabama the first time around. They definitely came back around and handled their business against the Crimson Tide. So, Nakobe Dean is a lot of people consistent best linebacker in college football. He did play in the SEC. He did win the championship, and he was, voted the Buckus Award, which makes him the best linebacker out there. I liked Nakobe Dean. I think, he plays some very good football down the stretch. I would like to see how he develops into a pro. One knock on Dean is he's not as tall, he's not as big as, Harris or Floyd, but Dean is definitely a beast. He's very instinctive. He's lightning fast. This guy's quick. He can get all across the field, man. Like, I was watching highlights on this guy, and he had me going for a while, man. I was really impressed with what I seen out of Dean there. Another knock on Dean is he's not as good in pass coverage as these other two. Dean is, like I said, he's a little shorter, so he does struggle a little bit, but that struggle is very minor. I believe, in the right scheme, in the right situation, and he definitely in some time in the NFL, he'll definitely get over those struggles. So, the Kobe Dean out of Georgia, national champion, you can't, he played at the highest level and he won the highest awards given by any. And I even heard he won linebacker of the year as high school level too, the Buckus Award in high school as well. So this guy right here, he is a plug and play linebacker that would definitely upgrade, be leaps and bounds better than all the linebackers we have in our linebacking core right now. So, once again, like I said, man, let me know, how you guys like Nakobe Dean. Are you guys feeling them? Is that a guy that you guys want on the Eagles? Would you like to see a guy like Nakobe Dean here? Thumbs up for Dean. Thumbs down. Give me 2 thumbs up for Dean. 2 thumbs down if not for Dean. So before we get to our last guy, let's see what we got here in the chat. He said, "What's up, SC Experience? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, my guy. Hope you're having a great night." Devontae Wyatt, DT out of Georgia, will be a steal in the second. Dude's a bully. Facts. I heard about him because I know a lot of people were talking about Jordan Davis. And I also heard that this guy, he was really eating too on that Georgia defensive line. You know what I'm saying? I watched some highlights too as well. He's really eating there on that defensive line as well. Jordan Davis, the only knock on Jordan Davis is can he play a whole game? He had minimum snaps in Georgia, being that size, and I just wonder, is that what it is? He's just a run stopping defensive tackle, that maybe give you a good 2 quarters out of 4. You're gonna definitely have to rotate him in, which as a rookie wouldn't be bad. But if you're looking for this guy to take over for like a Fletcher Cox or something like that to be excuse me, to be our lead defensive tackle. You might want to think twice about it. Jordan Davis is definitely a stud, but if you have enough guys to rotate with him, that's be that pick. But yeah, this guy, Devontae Wyatt, definitely played some good football for Georgia. I need to talk to Gate City about how much movement would be trading 16 and 19, get the Eagles up on the draft board. I don't want to trade. I don't. Really, I don't. I don't really feel like, I feel like there's so much talent defensively in this draft that Howie does not have to move up or down the board. He can sit exactly where he's at and get some prime, realty there. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to trade up and get, a guy like Thibodeau or a guy like, Hamilton, people that we believe will be, off the board by the time 15 gets there. There's like 3 or 4 linemen sitting there. I know there's like 2 or 3 quarterbacks that are moving their way up the draft board. You just do start adding it up. Some of these guys are just gonna fall right there in our lap at 15. That's a prime spot. It's a nice cherry spot. It's not a reach for anybody. It's more of a like, okay, they're there. I'm picking them. I'm taking them, and we're gonna move on from that. I don't even want the Eagles to do what a lot of people want them to do and trade that last pick, to get out. To get out of having 3 picks to only have 2, and like try to get another pick for next year. I don't. I don't want to do that. I think this is the year that, you say you're going to build around Hurts. You're going to build a football team that's going to be, a good contending team for years to come. And this is the prime time to do it. Like I said, free agency, you got a little money. You can go pick up a couple of these veteran players on 1 and 2 year deals. And then you can go really hit this draft hard in the first 3 rounds and grab some real game breakers. You know what I'm saying? Those first round, if you get 3 of them, that's 3 starters you can plug and play into your lineup and instantly make the team better, especially on defensive side of the ball if we decide to go defense with all 3 picks. Oh, yeah, we got some thumbs up in the building. Got some thumbs up. He said, can Dean shed them LTs and guard blocks? That is another question I did hear about Dean, too. You know what I'm saying? He does have struggles sometimes, shedding blocks because of his size. But his speed, that's really where he really capitalizes against those guards and those tackles is with his speed. He's fast enough to really get by these guys and still keep momentum heading towards the quarterback. So I did see a lot of highlights where it didn't matter what the lineman tried to do to stop this guy. He was definitely back there, running full speed, and he's hitting these guys like it was nothing. So, I wouldn't worry too much about that, especially with the defensive line that we got. The Eagles have always been good with defensive linemen and offensive linemen. So, with the defensive line that be in front of him, I expect him to come out and ball out like he did at Georgia. He said, further says, NFL ready. 2 thumbs up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we're going to go to my guy, man. And I'm telling you, like, call me a homer, call me whatever you want. I feel like this next guy is a little bit of both. Now, his numbers did drop this year. You know what I'm saying? It dropped this year because Alabama picked up another linebacker. I forgot his name right now at the moment. What was his name? Like Tua something. I forgot, but that had a great year this year. But that does not take away from what this guy did and what kind of impact this guy had made with the Alabama Crimson Tides this year. Before I get to him, let's see what they're saying in chat. That London Fletcher was under 5'11". The Eagles overlooked him, and London made nearly a Hall of Fame career with the Washington football team. Facts, Fletcher was one of those dudes for sure. 2 thumbs up, yes, but Stingley is there for the taking. Yes, yes, yes. I like Stingley as well, man. I like Stingley as well. He didn't play. To be honest, I like Sauce Gardner a little bit more than Stingley. I was not really impressed with the season Stingley had. But he's still a top flight cornerback, so definitely be going in the first round. He said, I agree, Birdgang. We need all these first round picks. Yeah, fast we do, man. We got to use them. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing for our team to do is use all of them. He said, hey, BIRDGANG, who's your number 1 receiver in the draft? Y'all know me, the USC product himself, Mr. Drake London. And that is the only offensive player, really, actually, there's like 2 or 3 receivers I like. But for real, that is their offensive player. I wouldn't mind using that first round pick because I feel like Olivier, Williams, and what's that boy named Wilson, like those other three are definitely top flight receivers. But these guys are receivers that we already have on our roster. You need to go get a Burke, or you need to go get Drake London from USC if you're gonna spend another first round pick on a receiver. Drake London 6'5". I'm saying, big physical receiver. You can throw the ball anywhere in his facility. He's gonna catch it. Great yards after the catch. I think he played like 6 games this year, something like that, before he got hurt, but still had 1,000 yards. The guy's a beast. Straight beast. Don't worry about the Nelly comparisons or nothing like that. Cause Drake London is a whole nother type of cat. He can get out there. He can make plays and score touchdowns. Really fast and in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? Drake London 40 predictions 4.5 with 6'5" frame. Exactly 4.5 at 6'5", man. That's like your Mike Williams that everybody wants us to get in free agency. And what if we get Mike Williams in free agency and then go draft Drake London in the first round too? Now you got two big boys to get, with the Slim Reaper and Quez Watkins. Now you got a legitimate receiving core for Jalen Hurts, and there can't be any excuses after that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely that would be my number one guy that I would go after, and that's Drake London from USC. He said, I trust Sirianni to draft us long as Howie doesn't hold him back from doing what he wants. Facts, And I think really for real guys, like, I don't know if I told you guys, but I really feel like the way Howie was talking this last press conference of the season, I really feel like Howie's going to do the right thing this year. I think Howie knows that his career is kind of based off this one off season, really, because you think about the things he did last off season, to set him up for this offseason, to keep his job for another year. You couldn't fire or get rid of Howie before this, A, because he was on the contract, and B, it's just because, he placed himself to have this type of offseason. He's like, look at me. I got us out of cap hell. I got us 3 first-round picks. It'd be impossible for an owner to fire you when you're producing those kind of assets. Now that you are here, Howie, I think Howie understands that if he messes this up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't win more than 9 games, 10 games next year. It's a total failure for you. You know what I'm saying? He cannot mess this up at all. He needs to make sure he's doing what he got to do, to make this a better football team going into the offseason. Like, he can dibble-dabble with the draft. He can dibble-dabble on free agency, do a nice little mix at both. You don't have to be heavy in either area and still put a productive team out there to play this next season. So, I think everything kind of rides on Howie. This will be, the off season that the narrative will either change for Howie, where everybody be like, okay, Howie is, a good GM, and we definitely need to be happy that he gets his extension that he's going to get, or it's going to be an off season where like Howie got to go, and he got to go now. He messed up the draft. He messed up these free agent picks. All these guys are hurt, and our team is back being garbage. So we need to move on from him. So we'll see what happens this offseason. But I really think Nick and these guys had them drafting pretty good this year. We hit on some nice picks there. And I look forward to this offseason and how he, making everybody feel like, letting them know that he is that GM. He did win GM of the year before. So I see him doing something like that again this year. He said, no, draft the receiver, get early Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, or DJ Shark. Yeah, and I like all those guys, but I'm saying you can get those guys and still get a receiver. We need more than one receiver. We need 2 to 3 receivers on our roster. Big play receivers. Like I said, I either want to go the route where you go get Devontae Adams, you bring in a draft pick to go alongside of Devontae Adams, or you get 2 mid-tier, not mid-tier, but star receivers that aren't Devontae Adams, basically. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a Juju, a Mike Williams, a DJ Shark, Christian Kirk, guys like that, a Gowan, a Robinson, one of those type receivers and bring in, or 2 of those type receivers and bring in, if you're not going to draft one. Because I do believe that as much faith as Nick Sirianni has in Quez Watkins and Rager and the rest of these guys, man, we still need to upgrade the position badly. It's time to get rid of J-Jaw. It's time to get rid of Rager. It's time to get rid of, Wards of the world. Time to get rid of all these nobodies and stop with the whole wishing and hoping these guys become elite and go get you some bona fide studs in the building. That's the real only true way. What up, Eagles champ? How you doing, my guy? That's the only real true way we're gonna know what Jalen Hurts is. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not that dude with the talent, guess what? Then we'll only be a quarterback away, and we can do something about that in seasons to come. So let's get to my third linebacker on my list. Is that it? No. Nope. Nope. There it is. Boom. Christian Harris out of Alabama. To me, Christian Harris is the most complete linebacker coming out of this draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a beast. He's a stud. He's 6'2", 232-pound linebacker. He had 194 total tackles, 6 pass deflections, 10 sacks, 3 forced fumbles with interception. 1 interception. He's a tackling machine. He is great in coverage. This guy used to be a receiver and he used to be a cornerback in high school. So this guy has great ball skills. He's very athletic. You know what I'm saying? He can move all over the field. He can cover linebackers. He can cover cornerbacks. He can cover everything you need to cover, especially in a scheme that Gannon likes to run. You know what I'm saying? Where we got our linebackers in coverage a lot. I think a smart pick would be to get a guy like Harris and bring him to our, linebacking core. He'll be an immediate upgrade. He immediately will be the best linebacker that we got. And, we can add to him, as the years go on. The goal should be to be like a Tampa Bay, to be like these teams that have more than one, the Barr and Kendrick type thing, the White and Davis type things, to have a bunch of good, young linebackers that can move around, do big things in your defense. That is one way you solidify your defense, and that is one way that you can have a dominant defense and go far in the playoffs. Because defense wins championships, and offense put the crowd in the stands. So, like I said, man, Christian Harris out of Alabama will be another big pickup. I wouldn't even mind, like, to be honest, if you guys heard me on some of my last pods, man, I have said it a million times, man. I would not even regret if Howie double dips at the linebacker spot. I know it's not everybody's like, he barely ever gets linebackers. Why would he double dip with 2? But guess what? The Eagles barely ever had 3 first-round draft picks. You know what I'm saying? So why not get 2 of them? You get 2 of them. Now you're stuck with 1 draft pick, your original draft pick that you would have had. These are luxury picks, by picking up 2 of these guys. And it would help our defense like night and day, man. I'm telling you, JG's defense wouldn't look so garbage if he had 2 stud linebackers. Think if you got a guy like Harris and a guy like Lloyd, or Harris and Dean, or Dean and Lloyd, either one of the combinations, man. Our defense is instantly, contending type defense with the players that we already have on it, man. I really love to get 2 of these guys if we can come away with 2 of these guys, But, maybe one of these guys get bumped to the second round and we can move up and get them there. So, what I'm saying? Like I said before, give me the thumbs up. If you like a Christian Harris, what I'm saying? Alabama native. He's another guy that's won it at the highest level. He done some great things there in Alabama. His time is over and it's time to see what he can do in the pros. So thumbs up if you like Harris. Thumbs down if you'll pass and go for Lloyd or Dean. All right, he said. What's wrong with my camera? Let me try taking that off. He said, well, if we only get 1 of them, we still have a lot of targets with, Devontae Smith, Quest, whoever we pick up, and Godfrey, who had a breakout year. Yeah, that's true. We still got Quest. Like I said, we have 1 real receiver, and he's still in training. That's Devontae Smith. Quest, a lot of people say he was open, but I also seen Quest stopping on routes. I also see Quest not going through the motions like he needs to if he wants to become an elite. Every top receiver go 100% every down. and Quez, and the biggest game of our season, that game against Tampa Bay. I watched a lot of plays where Quez pulled up early. A couple of plays, where Jalen even threw Quez the ball and he wasn't even ready, act like he even know that the ball was coming this way. Like, we need some guys, man. I'm not saying good guys. I mean some bona fide 1,000-yard type receivers in this lineup. You know what I'm saying? Some guys that you just throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand the whole, there's some people that make, receivers great, and there's just some quarterbacks that are great because of receivers, and I think Jalen can be in the middle of both of that. He can make some receivers great with some of his, off schedule plays, but definitely on the regular plays, you get some of these great receivers that make him look even better. Like I said, and we won't have as many drops. The Eagles has really been struggling, and I mean struggling with this receiver thing for a long time. We've been struggling since Jeremy Maclin and Deshaun Jackson days. So we need some guys that's gonna catch everything. I want to hear about, oh, they drop here, drop there, drop here, drop there. I want guys that make plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jalen's out there busting his ass to make the play, you need to make it. Not every pass is gonna be perfect. Even the best, the goats, throw off schedule passes and passes that aren't right there where they need to be. And the ones that have the elite receivers go get the ball. And that's the bottom line. You got to want it more than a defender. You got to want it more than anybody else in the stadium on your receiver. So I think there's a lot of hungry receivers out there that can definitely upgrade our receiver position. We did talk about a little bit of them, but like, even like old OBJ, you see the way OBJ's playing this playoff. You know what I'm saying? He's playing lights out. He only signed a 1-year deal. I would love to bring OBJ to the squad next year. That'd be great. It'll be good pickup for the Eagles. I could see him right alongside Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, OBJ. Let Rager try to develop if he does decide to stay. That's the fourth receiver. There's a little less pressure on him, to be great. And we'll see what happens. It's a linebackers in a. Yeah. We got free agency too. Yeah, like I said, Hightower, Barr, go grab one of these linebackers. Boom. Now you got legit, probably one of the best linebacking cores in the business. You go grab some of these guys and add to the squad. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how he does in that situation. Smoke a lot said we need a lot of help, and we do. And that's why I don't understand why people are so mad. They see the playoffs and they're like, the Eagles should have did this, the Eagles need that. The Eagles just had a young football team. We had young coaches. What I'm saying? Everybody was in a learning stage last year. The fact that we made the playoffs is a blessing. What I'm saying? I think that was definitely a successful season. Jalen Hurts had a successful season. He was Toyota Player of the Year. What I'm saying? Pro Bowl alternate. I really think he needs to go out there. If one of these quarterbacks don't go play, he needs to go play. So that's not the last game, that people see. It's that last NFC playoff game. Let him go out there, sling it to some of the best in the league, and make some plays to, build his stock back up, because people are jumping ship way too fast with this guy. He did a lot of good things this year. Does he need help? Does he need to improve? But like I said 1,000 times before, every single quarterback first year start, man, they struggled. Everybody's like, Burrow's the man, but Burrow started last year. I know he got injured, so you didn't get to see the whole season. But maybe if we seen the whole season, we would have seen him struggle a lot more that first year. Having the whole season where you're going through gameplays, you're watching defenses, you're adjusting to things. That first year for Jalen, he was worried about his gadget plays that they had for him, trying to learn those plays and worrying about when he's going to be running the ball next. So, I think, he's going to be all right next season. What I'm saying? I do think he's going to improve. I think he's going to definitely light it up next year. But, man, like, if the playoffs didn't teach you anything, like I said before, teams win championships. It's not the other way around. Not quarterbacks. Quarterbacks can help you win a championship, but the team wins the championship. Good coaching wins the championship. Good defense wins the championship. Good special teams wins the championship. If you didn't notice, you got two opposite sides of the spectrum in the Super Bowl. You got a team that went all in, sold draft picks. They sold their soul to the devil. The Rams did. You know what I'm saying? They sold their soul to the devil. They don't have a first round pick for God knows when. You know what I'm saying? Like for a long time. But they did it to try to win now. And the way it's looking like it's possible that they go ahead and do that this year. Tampa Bay did it last year when they brought Brady. They already had a legit team. They added to it. They added a guy like Brady because they knew they were only a quarterback away. And I really feel like that's what the Eagles need to do. If Jalen Hurts really is the problem, he's not that much of a problem. He still was a top 15 quarterback this year. So why don't you build the rest of your team up? So then you are only a quarterback away if, this time over another season or maybe two. Jalen's not that dude. You can go ahead, get yourself a guy, but your team will be a quarterback away as opposed to now you go get any quarterback and bring him into this team with no money, no draft picks. We're not going very far this year. I'm sorry to tell you guys, our roster's just not that talented. We need some 5 yard outs and make plays. Yeah, exactly. We need a lot. Nick Sirianni himself needs to go this offseason and reevaluate his playbook. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of games that were, Nick calling some suspect plays, not running the ball, same formations, same passing routes, same this, same that. No, 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 Nick. You need to be like the what was it, week 13, 14, Nick, where, when Gardner finally got in there and he started switching up the plays, he was actually scheming people open. You guys remember when Drew Brees first came, Drew Brees came, he was in the league with the San Diego Chargers. I think he made a Pro Bowl, but he had a guy like LaDainian Tomlinson, which was a big help for him in his development, his early years, but everybody was like, he gets hurt a little bit, his arm's not strong enough. He went over to Sean Payton and became one of the best quarterbacks ever. You know why? Because Sean Payton is that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's that dude. He schemes up people wide open all the time. A lot of this stuff is on the coach. Your coach has to scheme, everybody open. Everybody open. You know what I'm saying? Your coach, that's your coach's job. Then make it easy for the quarterback. Don't scheme up these plays that aren't going to work. Don't scheme up these plays that take, 7 steps drops, and you got to worry about getting to your 4th, 5th progression. Because Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback too. He's a dual threat. So of course, by a second, third, we usually have some kind of a pressure. He's gonna take off because he know what he can do with his legs. I heard a knock on the regular quarterback. Pocket passers actually make it through their progression, not because they want to. It's because they know they're not running nowhere. They don't have that option to go take off with their legs to go get a first down. They're either going to take that sack or they're going to throw it away or they're going to make it to their progression. It's going to be a completion. When you're a dual threat quarterback, you make it to that first, second, after that, if it's hot it's hot in the kitchen, most quarterbacks get like 2 to 3 seconds before they got to get that ball off. But after that 2, 3 seconds, if it's hot in that kitchen, you got to expect these guys to take off and make a play with the leg. And you can't really knock them for it. It's just like a skill that the other guys don't got. And their skill that he don't got is they can be a little bit more accurate with the football. It's a fair trade, you know what I'm saying? Either you're getting some guy that's, really great quarterback throwing the ball, but he kind of sucks at running the ball, or you're going to get, the guy that great at running the ball, sucks at throwing the ball, or then you get some guy in the middle. And I really believe that Jalen's one of those guys in the middle at this point of his career. And he definitely can get better on both sides of the ball. I mean, both sides of the spectrum. If the ball bit your hand, it's catchable. Facts. If the ball hits your hands, it's definitely catchable. And that's what kind of receiver coach we need. We need to stop having these receiver coaches that are claiming that these receivers are doing a great job when every single game we go out there, and you got drop balls all over the field. Like you're not doing your job. You've been here 2 years. You've been around these same receivers, except for Devontae Smith, and these guys are not improving. Like either their skill level's not there to improve, or you're not doing a great enough coaching job to make these guys become the game-breaking receivers that we need. Moorhead was a decent receiver for the Colts, but he wasn't nothing great. So I don't know why he thinks all of a sudden he knows. It's kind of like when bad quarterbacks coaches for me. Like WP was a decent quarterback, but he was a backup and he won a Super Bowl. But there's not too many of them bad quarterbacks that come in the league and take it by storm and as an awesome coach. So, maybe we need some new coaches over there on that side of the ball. He said, Jalen always been a winner. I'm not worried. It's facts. He's always been a winner. And that is a trait you cannot teach. You know, the instincts, the game's on the line. Let me make a play. Jalen did that time and time again this year, whether you had a garbage passing day or a good passing day, whether you had garbage run stats or good run stats. Jalen still made that play at the end of the game and did what he had to do to try to get the Eagles to win. You know, even that horrible game in New York that everybody hates him for. Imagine if Rager caught one of them 2 touchdowns. Imagine if, Ward caught that touchdown that he threw. Just imagine some of these balls, you go the other way, now you're calling Jalen Hurts the hero. He had a bad game, but he's still the hero out there. But, since other people didn't make the play, we blame a lot of it on him. And I don't think it's really just. I think it's crazy people see the Bills versus the Chiefs and attack Hurts saying he will never be as good at those guys as opposite to the pointing out that our D needs to improve enough to stop those guys. Facts. Facts, Chris. That is 1,000% correct. And that's what I've been saying, man. Our team was not at the level to look at these guys. You know what I'm saying? These guys got great defenses. Our team does not have a great defense. Our team does not have elite weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at these guys. Look at the Super Bowl right now. You got, Joe Burrow, who has Boyd, who has Higgins, that rookie tight end they have, and then you got an all stud like Jamar Chase over there. Those are 4 legitimate targets, and you got Mixon, who's one of the best running backs in the league right now. So that's a lot of targets. That's a lot of weapons for a young quarterback to succeed with. You go to the other side of the table. You got Matthew Stafford, who's always put up numbers, but ain't won nothing. Now he's on a team that got a bona fide, legitimate defense with Floyd, Donald, Miller, like Ramsey, like a bunch of studs on that defense, man. Like, you got an all-star team over there on defense and on offense. On offense, you got Cooper Kupp, who's definitely an up-and-coming receiver that's one of the best in the league. You got OBJ, you got Van Jefferson. You had Woods before he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? You got Higbee, who's a nice young tight end. Man, they got a lot of weapons over there for that Ram team. That's why Matthew Stafford looks so good. And Matthew still almost gave away the game doing normal Matthew Stafford stuff, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? There was a team around him to keep him from making those mistakes. And that's what it is. That's the difference from good teams and great teams. Your quarterback can make some mistakes and you'll still be in there. He needs to throw that playbook in the trash. Facts. I agree. I don't know where he got that playbook from. I think he does need to start over fresh with a better playbook. You know what I'm saying? I would even take some plays out of some of the former good Eagle teams, man, and bring to your playbook because it looked the same every freaking week. When we watched that playoff game, we seen week 2. We seen week 3 when we watched that game. And I think that's what people are really mad about. Instead of understanding what didn't we like about week 2 and 3. We didn't run the ball. We went into the playoffs, the number 1 rush team in the league. Number 1. Meaning there was no other better rush team. Meaning we've been running on people for the last 8 weeks. Meaning who cares about the 8-man box? Because we were running on 8 and 9-man boxes since week 13, week 14. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that is an excuse why he didn't run the ball. He chose not to run it. He tried to get in a shootout with Brady for some odd reason. And what happened? We lost. We got blown out. So it's like you got to stick to your guns at that point in time. If that's development where Jalen was at, you're supposed to play to your player's strengths. And you should have kept running the ball. I would have ran the ball 20, 30 times that first quarter just to do it. Just to wear out that defense. Just to keep them on their toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, understanding that we come here to play some physical football. You better be ready. If not, we're going to run all over you like we did the other teams. Straight up. Like, we never posed any of that kind of threat. We ran the ball like 1 or 2 times that, first couple of drives. That's garbage. That's straight trash. And I don't care what you say about Hurts. You can look at the stats. Whenever we run the ball, Hurts passing numbers are better. When we don't run the ball, Hurts passing numbers go down. And everybody's like, yeah, because he's done an active quarterback. No, because if you're not passing the ball, the defense knows what you're doing. Coverage is different. You know what I'm saying? You got people are in pass coverages instead of, 8 men in the box. You know what I'm saying? Even if they have the 8 men in the box, if they know you're not running the ball, all they're gonna do is drop those people, and that's taking away, your first and second progressions. You know what I'm saying? So, Nick Sirianni definitely need to think about his playbook. Come with some new stuff, man, like new formations, new plays, all that stuff. We need to do the whole 9 yards. Like you said, throw that playbook in the trash, try it again. Gannon can do the same thing with his defensive book. Throw it in the trash, try it again, and see if we can come up with something better this year. Because I think this is the year that Eagles go back, go deep, make it 9 in the playoffs again. You know what I'm saying? Too many assets not to do it. That tomorrow's Groundhog Day. That means the movie starring Bill Murray will be on replay all day, and the Cowboys will still talk about their old Super Bowl all day as well. That's a fact. Every year, every football season is a Groundhog Day for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? They always, man, remember when we won that back in the time? You go, man, back when I was 5 years old, we won that Super Bowl, man. I don't remember it very well, but it was a good game. I remember that. Um, but who knows? We can't really hit on them. It took us a while to win too. Like I didn't win. We didn't win a Super Bowl till I was what, like 34 years old. So it was a long time. Me being an Eagles fan, waiting to get that first ring. So I kind of understand how they feel. We're going to I form and two tight ends. Yeah, man. That's another thing. That's another thing. We need to go out here and get another tight end as well. That Grecki guy, whatever his name is, from Miami will be a great pickup. There's a couple of other tight ends out there that are free agents, man. We need to get back to running some base formations. Like you said, I want my love for us to go get a linebacker. I mean, a fullback. I think Miles Sanders will play good with a fullback. It'll be more blocking for him, obviously. And, we'll get more rushing yards. It's nothing wrong with being a running team. It's nothing wrong with it. While your young quarterback's developing, get your targets up. Get your the rest of your team up. Then when you have elite targets, then try to pass the ball all the time. But all the good teams, look at it. You know, Akers over there running the ball pretty good. Sonny Michelle running pretty good for LA. Mixon over there and Cleveland running the ball pretty good. Not Cleveland, Cincinnati running the ball pretty good. So, you got to still have a running attack to win these football games. That is one edge that I do think that Cincinnati have over the Rams going into this. They got a better running back. You know what I'm saying? Rams got a better defense. They got a better running back. Who knows? The quarterback's kind of washed. Receivers wise are kind of washed. So we'll see what happens. But I think, that running game might be the biggest, change in the Super Bowl that most people won't expect. They probably think that, whoa, when you see that defense, you won't want to run the ball against them. But I would be running, mixing every single down that first quarter to wear those boys out up front. That's just me. Especially if you got a weak offensive line, what's the best way to protect them? That's running the football. You know what I'm saying? Run the football and you'll protect that weak offensive line. And you know what I'm saying? That'll set up great play action. That'll set up a lot of things for you to win that big game. So we'll see what they do, though, the Super Bowl. If the Rams win the Super Bowl, and next season the Raiders win the Super Bowl at their home stadium, I'm going to be very skeptical of authenticity of NFL facts. That is crazy. That is crazy. There is some conspiracies out there about the way the league works. So we definitely see that. Because the Raiders, who they just signed, they got McDaniels now. I think that instantly makes their team a little bit better. I love the way Josh McDaniels called plays. When we were really looking at a head coach, I wasn't one of the ones that I didn't really mind if we were to go after a guy like him because he don't take no mess. And he's definitely been with the Patriots a long time. And calling some great plays over there for Belichick and those boys. They just didn't have the talent on offense to really make too much noise like they wanted to. So, my best luck to Josh McDaniels over there in Oakland not Oakland, Vegas, and we'll see what they do this year. But yeah, that would definitely be some fishy stuff if the Raiders win next year. Need to run the ball more to the left. Yeah. With Mailata and Landon over there, I run the ball there all the time. The days of, Lane Johnson and Brandon Brooks being your dominant side, those days are over. Lane's getting up there in age. Who knows how many more years Lane has for it with the team. And then Brandon Brooks just retired. So, until you can get that line dominant again on that right side. Guess what? Left side, strong side. Meaning I would run the rock to the left side every single chance I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, these boys are big, young, athletic, physical specimens over there on that left side, man. Like, everybody's wondering, does Landon need to get moved over to center? Hell no. You leave Landon right where the hell he's at. Him and his best friend, Jordan Mailata, stay dominant for years to come, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to mess that up. Whether you got to go draft the center or whether you want to plug and play Herbert, because I think Herbert with an offseason could be better at center too. I think just plugging him in the middle of the game while he's playing guard was not a good look, and he wasn't able to do it that way. But with an offseason, knowing that he was going to be the guy, type situation, I think he could play a lot better there. And also Sayamalu. We drafted Sayamalu to be, the center of the Philadelphia Eagles. He was waiting for, Kels to retire for a long time now. Kels just never did. So, Sayamalu, Dickerson, we got a couple other guys on that line that can play center if Kels decides to leave. So I would not touch the left side of that line. I'll let these guys grow old together, where they can both retire together and go to the Hall of Fame together, at the same time, because these boys are going to be special for a long time on that left side of the field. Is it Devin Lloyd, Jaquan Brisker? Yeah, I like both of those guys, man. Devin Lloyd is definitely a beast, man. You don't want to put me on him, Eagles channel. You definitely put me on him. I had to do some checking when I was over there with you on your channel. You're talking about this guy, and you sending me clips about him. And I was like, man, let me go check this guy out, because I'm really high on Harris. I'm really high on Dean, because I watched that SEC football. But let me go check out Lloyd, and Lloyd definitely didn't disappoint me at all. Behind Landon and the Hulk. Facts, you know what I'm saying? That is a strong side, man. I'm telling you, both of these guys next year, you keep them together, both of these guys will be all pros. And both of these guys, especially if Kel stays, you're looking at three guys side by side that's going to be pro bowlers and all pros together. I promise you. I promise you. Unless Kels gets hurt or something like that. But those two are definitely going to be all pros and pro bowlers for every single year from here on out until they don't play no more for the Eagles. Put your hand, okay. Campers, rise and shine, and don't forget your booties, because it's cold out there today. Yes, sir, it's definitely cold out there. If you're not running route, you're sitting down, point blank. Fulgham would have been her weapon X. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no room for that no more. Like, the Eagles been trying to develop these receivers and these like second tier players that you had high value on, all that kind of jazz for a long time now, man. It's time to stop that way. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? The year we won the Super Bowl, we went all out. We drafted. We went free agency and signed some big marquee players. You know what I'm saying? We did what we had to do. Howie was a man on a mission that year. And this is the season. This is the off season. Howie needs to be that dude again. Be a man on a mission. Go get the missing pieces to that defense. Really, that defense. I'm not really so much on the offense. Like I said, the offense had development issues. Jalen had to develop. Devontae had to develop. The receivers had to develop. Nick Sirianni had to develop as a play caller. But that defense, man, you had a lot of veterans on that side of the ball that didn't handle their business like they were supposed to. So that defensive side of the ball, you got a lot of, 1-year players, you know what I'm saying? Kerrigan's going to be gone. Barnett's going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? Who knows with Cox? You got safeties, McLeod, Harris gone. You got Steven Nelson gone. There's a lot of holes to fill on that defensive side of the ball. And how are you going to have to jump on board and handle his business and take care of that? Because there's no room for error if you want to be a contender next year, Howie. This is not a rebuild year no more. We already took that and went to the playoff with your whole rebuild system. Time to become contenders again. It's time to put the rings back on the fingers. It starts in our own division. We have to win our division next year. I'll split with the Cowboys if that has to be, but I want to sweep the division like the Cowboys did this year. I think we can get enough talent this offseason to do that. and I want to see it happen. Like, we got to stop losing these division games, because who cares about the playoff games? We play these division games every single year, and we definitely need to get better at that. Win what you can win first. Get you a division championship. Get you a first round bye, or get you a home playoff game first. That year we won the Super Bowl, we were the division champions. We had home field throughout the playoffs, and we handled our business and won. We need to do something like that again this year. They scored 25 points in 2 minutes. Yeah. If you got a legit team, you can do that. You definitely can do that. What up, Jinx? How you doing, nephew? Nice to see you tonight, my guy. Yeah, Donald. Yep, Miller. Facts. But Watson would win us a Super Bowl with 6 games in 2020. Some Eagle fans make no sense. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, this Watson talk, man. I don't want no quarterback that ain't played the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? The last 2 years for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2020 it's 2022. I don't want no guy that missed a whole season and a half of football, man. Like, who knows if he's even gonna play? He got to handle his business. This thing is getting dragged off a lot longer than anybody thought it would be. And it's starting to make me think he might not get out of it. So we definitely keep our ears open. But I don't, like I said, Watson put up all those numbers on a trash team. Period. You guys want to say Jalen Hurts got all these garbage yards? Well, being on the Texans, there was nothing but garbage yards. And he had the number 1 receiver in the league in Hopkins before they traded him to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So you had the number 1 receiver in the league, Hopkins. That's who also made Kyler Murray look a lot better. You see Murray look a little bit more suspect when Hopkins was hurt this year. You know what I'm saying? He can do all the things that everybody thought Murray can do when his number 1 target was gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's the big difference I'm trying to tell you, is why we need a legit receiver. Because a legit receiver, they'll make even the most average quarterback look great. Everybody was high on Kyler Murray, saying he's the next one. Kyler Murray's that dude. He's a bona fide stud. He's the man. All that kind of stuff. But soon as Hopkins left the team, now all of a sudden Kyler looks like he's normal again, making these mistakes, throwing these picks, fumbling the ball. And he still had a lot of targets. He still had Kurt Moore, AJ Green, Ertz, Connors. He still had weapons, but that number 1 legit weapon was gone, and you've seen his gameplay drop. So, people got to really understand the difference and what the difference is when you got an elite receiver on your squad. It can make you look a lot better. It can make, Hopkins made Deshaun Watson look good as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just he had Hopkins, he had Fuller, he had all these guys over there when he first came out. Deshaun Watson, to me, you're still a loser, because you put up all those numbers, but you didn't win no games. And I don't care less. I'll take a quarterback throwing 250 yards a game, 2-3 touchdowns, and rushing for 100 yards every single game, with wins, than a guy that's going to throw 400 or 500 yards a game and won't get us no win at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, what you want? You want yards, or you want victories? And I think Jalen Hurts can get you those victories. Boxing lessons. You still have to make plays in the playoff, point blank, not the supporting cast. The star has to shine. Yeah, but the stars, plural. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the quarterback. Your receivers, your tight ends, your running backs, your offensive line, your defensive line, your linebackers, your cornerbacks, your kicker, your punter, your return game. All the stars in your team has to make plays. And the team with the most stars is going to go farther. You know what I'm saying? The teams with the most stars will go farther, especially for the NFC this year. You know what I'm saying? Look at your divisional round. You had the Rams. The NFC West, they're the best division in football. They had 3 playoff teams this year. You know what I'm saying? The Cardinals, the Rams, and the Niners. They all are stacked with talent. Lots of talent. That defense that the 49ers have is great. You know what I'm saying? The Rams defense is great. The Cardinals defense is great. You know what I'm saying? The weapons are all 3. The IU, Kittle, Debo. Those are ballers. You know what I'm saying? The Odell Beckham's, Van Jefferson, the Cooper Cupps. Those are ballers. Go to Arizona, the Hopkins, the Kirks, the AJ Greens, the Rondale Moores. Like those are some legit weapons that these quarterbacks have. So it's like you never can compare any of them to Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts didn't have that. Devontae Smith on some of those teams, he's like the second or third receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like so, you put Devontae Smith on the Rams right now, he's not your number one receiver. He's not. Cooper Kupp's still number one. OBJ will still be number two, and Devontae Smith will be the third receiver. If he can beat out Van Jefferson, which I think he can, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at a three receiver on a team like the Rams as opposed to him being our legit number one receiver that we all crown him to be. And that's no slight to the Slim Reaper. He's young. He got to improve too, but it's just about having more than one talented receiver. You need a lot of talented receivers on your squad if you're going to make some real noise. Hurts is my guy. I think he's going to take a step like Wentz had in 17. Facts. There's, like I said, there's nothing but up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at him in the situation, you're going to have a play caller that hopefully does his job in the offseason and come up with some better plays to help scheme his receivers open, to help put you in position to become a better quarterback. You heard how he said at the end of the meeting that we need to do a better job getting these guys trained up and in position to make better plays. You know what I'm saying? So they got to do their job there. Hurts got to do his job in the offseason. You need to go out there and get with a receivers coach. You need to go get with his receivers throwing balls. You need to get with all these guys to work on his passing game. You know what I'm saying? Because not only is it going to help our receivers with him being a better passer, you're talking about Hurts gets even like 10% better of a passer. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at a top passer. You're looking at a top quarterback in the NFL right now. He's a Pro Bowl alternate. That's going to be from alternate to Pro Bowl starter, or definitely in the Pro Bowl next year. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the little jump that we want Hurts to do, you guys got to realize when he makes that, if he makes that, that's putting him in the MVP category. That puts him into the top quarterbacks in the league category, which we all want him to be anyway. But let's see if he can make it there. It's a true test. Yeah, so make sure you guys hit that like. Shout out to you guys on all platforms, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. You guys, all platforms, hit that like. If you're on Twitter or Facebook, make sure you come over to YouTube and subscribe to BIRDGANG 31. We are on the road to 2K. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are moving fast, or not 2K, 3K. We're moving fast, and we're definitely growing, and I would love to get there, by the end of the off season, to be like 3-4K going into next season. That is the goal, and that is what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep bringing you that Eagles fire. You know what I'm saying? I got some videos coming out, like I said. I'm in the middle of making my studio still, so that's going to be a nice little feature. No more couch life with BIRDGANG. We're going to be in the studio under the green lights, looking tight. It's going to be fire. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for that as well. And also check me out on BGN Sports Media. We got a lot of great new content creators coming over there. Now, we're going to be bringing that fire all off season long. So be on the lookout for all that. It's going to be a good time. Hit that link. Look at what it do. BGN Sports Media. He said, I would love O.J. Howard to pair with Goddard. Yeah, and that's another one, man. I would love O.J. Howard too. Now that you say that, champ, because O.J. Howard, I feel like he got disrespected in Tampa Bay because he was a good young tight end, and now you went to go grab Gronk and brought Gronk over there that took all his snaps. Bray was already taking snaps from him because he was more of the blocking back. So I would like to see if I had to pull anybody, because you got to think a lot of these players aren't going to want to play for Tampa Bay now that Brady retired. AB's gone. Godwin's probably not resigning anymore, that Tom Brady's not going to be there. You got to look at Gronk's retiring probably now that Tom Brady's not going to be there. Then you're going to have Howard. Howard will probably want to be gone now that Brady's not there. You can look at guys like Leonard Fournette, went there to get that championship. He got his championship. He's probably not going to be there anymore. And to be honest, that's who I think we need to pair up with Miles Sanders, is a Leonard Fournette. Bring that type of running back, that power running back, big physical running back, thunder and lightning, with a guy like Miles Sanders, and now you got Kenny Gainwell coming off on passing downs, and you got a formidable running back position there. But like you said, man, Goddard will still be this featured tight end with a guy like OJ Howard coming over, but he'd definitely be a serviceable one. Hopefully, we can get a guy like OJ Howard. That'd be good. And then you got oh boy, Tyree Jackson coming back from injury, and hopefully he can come back and play a little bit better because I was very disappointed with him coming back this year. Bird Gang love. Hey, what up, Jadis? How you doing, my guy, man? We talking about linebacker. Name them so I can tell you who I want. I got an eye on someone. It's Devin Lloyd, but name them. Like we said, man, check out the video. You're gonna rewind this. We already an hour and a half in, my guy. But I'll go over them for you. Like I said, I'll be nice to you, Jadis. We're gonna go take a quick little peek of who we talked about tonight. For veterans, we talked about what is his name again? Uh, Devondre Campbell, Dante Hightower, and Anthony Barr. Those were the veteran linebackers. I would love the Eagles to go out and grab one of these guys to bring to the squad, and to do some big things with. So those are three linebackers. There's obviously more linebackers out there, but those are my top three that I would like to bring. Drop if you like any of those. Go ahead and drop the name of those three. If we were to grab one of these veterans, which one you would like and why you would like them, put it in a comment for me so I can know how you feel about it. Then we were talking about your boy that you just talked about, Mr. Devin Lloyd, 6'3", 235, 256 total tackles with 16 and a half sacks. And really, that's the number one stat that I look at. Because like we said before, there are defensive linemen coming out of this draft that do not have 16 and a half sacks to their name. And this linebacker does. He's the biggest linebacker. He had the most sacks. He had 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble return, 8 pass deflections, 5 interceptions with 3 touchdowns. That's legitimate, bona fide first round pick linebacker, instant plug and play guy. You know what I'm saying? He can do multiple schemes. This guy's just straight 100% legit. You know what I'm saying? His only knock is playing at a smaller conference, but other than that, man, this guy's bona fide legit first rounder, and I would love us to go get him. Then we got your boy Nakobe Dean from Georgia, 6 foot, 225, 168 total tackles, 7.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 8 pass deflections with 2 interceptions and a touchdown. He was your Dick Butkus Award winner this year. That goes to the best linebacker in college football. The guy's a straight beast. He won 90. You know what I'm saying? He's the best linebacker in high school. He's the best linebacker in college. This boy's just one of them dudes. They got a knack for the ball. You can see him flying around the field all over the place. He can diagnose plays like none other. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at another, Patrick Queen type, another freaking White type, you know what I'm saying? So this definitely is a bona fide stud. And then my favorite one out of all of them is my boy, Christian Harris out of Alabama. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a stud. His play dipped a little bit because he had more competition over there in Alabama. We had another linebacker that plays some great football, but that did not take away from him being a tackling machine. 6'2", 232, second biggest linebacker out of the two, but he is number one in coverage, man. This guy used to play DB and receiver. He can find the ball. He's great. He can cover slot receivers. He can cover tight ends. He can cover anybody in that on that offensive side of the ball. And the guy's just a beast, man. He flies around, high motor, tackling machine. He had 194 total tackles, 6 pass deflections, 10 sacks, which is good for a linebacker. 3 forced fumbles and an interception. So, those 3 guys, if we can grab 2 of them, it'll be a dream come true. Hell, if he wanted to do something crazy and draft all 3 of them, I wouldn't personally care. I mean, we have 3 linebackers for years to come that dominate the NFL for a long time. So, I know Howie's not going to be that crazy to get all 3 of them, but I would like to get 2 of them or at least get 1 of them and one of those guys up top that we talked about, and Barr, Campbell, or Hightower. So, yeah, man, you guys let me know. What would you guys rather do? You want to just go straight for the linebacker position, how would you guys fix it? Do you guys want to just get some free agent linebackers, or do you guys want to go get, a mix of free agent and draft picks, all draft picks, all free agents? So how would you guys do it if you guys were hiring Roseman? And which names out of those lists, which names would you go get? What up, my guy? Eagles gave so much money to Goddard. Hurts is available, but Goddard's speed needs to put his big boy pants on. With elite money comes great production expectation. Facts. Goddard dropped too many passes this year. I don't care what anybody says. He's a legit tight end. He's going to get better. He wasn't the number one dude all year long. We still had, Ertz here. He's going to get better. He's going to bring that thunder, I think, next year. But he dropped way too many balls. That's one guy. He needs to be on that jug machine all off season long, working on his hands, working on catching balls, because I did not like it. There was a game, what was the game where Goddard dropped 2 back-to-back passes that he had nobody. And I mean nobody. You're looking at 60-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. No one in sight, and he's dropping these balls, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if he did that. You know what I'm saying? I just keep going, imagine if some of these things didn't happen. We wouldn't even be sitting here with a quarterback controversy. We wouldn't be sitting here talking about our quarterback the way we do. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys, these leaders that we were expecting to be elite, need to be elite, or we need to go get some people that wants to be elite. Is that Landon center? Yes. No, Richie. We're not moving Landon center. That's horrible. I said no way on Herbert. That's only because we didn't. See, Herbert been playing guard. He didn't do good off the bench as a center, but I think if you give him an offseason because he plays center in college, that he'll be fine at the position. What's name got lead there? Not the Washington Commanders. Oh, they're not the Commanders. Good, because that was a horrible name. And I guess what? We find out tomorrow what the name will be, right? BG thinks Howie's trading Hurts. No, I don't. Howie not trading Hurts nowhere. Send your DM, read it. You can do both if you can. Okay. I can't. Whenever I go out of this stream or I come back in, it messes everything up. I think because my phone's on Do Not Disturb. On group chat. All right, I'll check it out, though. That's what's up. He said Amari Gainer from Florida. Yeah, that's a back, right? Smoke a lot. I like him. He is an animal. I like that guy. He can play some good football. Adrell Pickett, DB, crazy. Yeah, like I said, there's other talents. Like I said, this draft coming up is very defensive heavy. It's a defense heavy draft. Man, like I said, there's no reason why we cannot go back to having one of the best defenses in the league, with free agency in the draft. There's no reason. Like, how we would be smoking some strong stuff if you don't make this happen. So, I'm expecting how we do his job. We're going to see what happens, though. You got Brandon Graham on Jalen Hurts. I like what he brings to the table. It's just all about playing to his strength. I'm excited for this draft. See who we get. See what happens. But it is Howie. Facts, you know what I'm saying? And Brandon Graham knows, it is Howie. You got to think, Brandon Graham, everybody loves him. But Brandon Graham was on his way out the door, his first couple of years with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? He was riding pine for a year. They had him in the wrong position, so he was playing so good. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Graham was about to be a first-round bust, before he turned it on. He hit that switch, and ever since he hit that switch, he's been playing lights out for us. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give some people time to get better. Not everybody's superstar level where they can just come in instantly, be great. Some of these guys, a lot of these guys, it takes a year or two to get them going. Jaheim Bell, another one. Jinx, don't start with this. I want Watson. You're supposed to be on the team, my guy. Xavier Worthy. Watson, who? This is Adrian White. Yeah, he was a freshman. Yeah, he's not coming out if he's a freshman. Free agent linebacker and draft a D-line, O-lineman. Okay, so you still think we need to go to the trenches again. I like the D-lineman part. Lineman, I think it would be, unless you're going for Linderbaum, I think it would be kind of a stretch to get a lineman in the first round. I feel like that is one of the least positions that we need. We got a lot of young, good, talented people. If you've seen this year when people were dropping, people were just filling in left and right. Opeta, McLean. Who else came in today? This year. A couple other linemen came in this year, and they didn't really skip a beat. So I would hold off on using the first round pick on a offensive lineman, but definitely defensive line, definitely linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely be down to get one of those guys. I would want Harris because he's a beast. He got 10 sacks and 1 interception. Facts. He's definitely a beast. Brandon Graham, not BG31. Oh, tell her happy birthday, Jinx. Tell her happy birthday. BG31. If Howie Roseman doesn't draft a linebacker, I will strangle Howie Roseman. He's missing out on a talent if he doesn't. Facts, man. I'll strangle Howie too. He don't go get one of these linebackers. Happy birthday, Jinx Mom. Tell Auntie I said hey. He said, I want a free agent cornerback free agent. Carlton Davis. He's Slay. I definitely got to look at those. I know there's a lot of cornerbacks and a lot of safeties and free agents too. I think that's gonna be my next week's show. We're gonna break down some of these cornerback and safeties coming out in free agency, and I might double dabble in the first round or two of the draft with some of those prospects too on the next show. Well, you're gonna be crying, Jinx, because we're not getting Deshaun Watson, my guy. So, okay, BG, name 3 positions you want and the team has a hole in the draft. Okay, receiver, linebacker, safety. Yeah, safety. Because cornerback, I think we need a cornerback too, but kind of got some young guys. See if they can develop. Because it's not, facts. You tell them, champ. Shut up, Jinx. Carlton Davis in Tampa Bay. He's free, 25 years old. Yeah, man. I'm down to get him too. You know what I'm saying? Any stud I'm down to get for real, for real. We just need some better talent over here. No one is talking about the best right tackle in college football. 6'9", 389 from Australia, just like Mailata. Imagine both of them being right tackle in it. Yeah. What's that dude's name again? What's that lineman you talking about? Her swag call. I forgot his name. But that dude is a beast. He is a stud. And if you go get a guy like him, you can make him your right tackle. Like you said, make him your right tackle. Now you got 2 Aussie studs on both sides. Locking down your anchoring your line for years to come. Like, man, that big, man, it's hard. It is so hard for defensive linemen to beat guys that size. Like, that is monstrous. Those are mammoth human beings. If he was 6'9", 389 pounds, in his underwear, standing on the scale, imagine how much he weighs. He's like 400 pounds with all your gear and your cleats and the helmet and all that stuff on. And you're like, with your helmet and your cleats on, you're standing like about 7 feet tall. So that would be a giant on the field, man. Definitely need to take a look at this guy. Tell me his name again so I can check him out. I'm going to check out some tape on him. Because, yes, man, that would be impressive to get a guy that big and that great, and plus he already plays right tackle. That could be Lane Johnson's replacement moving forward. It's true, you want Watson, you crazy. And then you not watch Eagle Champs live stream. He didn't allow a whole sack the whole season. But like I said, it's hard. When you got a guy that big, it'd be hard to get around him. When you're that big, and I think that's another reason why Mailata does such a great job. It's just so big. You know what I'm saying? One of your steps is like 2 of that defensive lineman steps. They're not ever really getting pushed around by nobody. I think I've seen a couple plays where Mailata might have got knocked on his butt or something, but that's more off center stuff, where he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Other than that, man, it's so hard to get these guys and move these guys and try to do what you want with these guys. They're so long, they're so lengthy, they're so athletic, and they can stop pretty much the best of them. Your average defensive end weighed 250. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the days of old where you had 295, 300-pound defensive ends coming off that edge. So, most of your defensive ends are small guys. So, you see Mailata do that to a lot of people this year. When they came around the edge, you just push them, they go flying to the ground just because he's just a mammoth of a man. And he doesn't want to play for us. Facts. He doesn't. And I don't want him to play for us either. He said we should draft a guy that shut down and shut out a ex-running back in college on Madden 22. BS5. Shut up, old Dizzle. Shut up, because I want my rematch. I'm ready for you, old Dizzle. I'm going to bring that thunder, baby. And you ain't going to worry about coming on my live stream talking about how you shut me out, my guy, because it was luck. He's a David Jobu, DN from Michigan, is a beast. He's a perfect player for us. Yeah, he's another good one. But like I said, I think I might not go young again at the DN spot. I go grab a guy like Chandler Jones, man. Chandler Jones is a beast. Hassan Reddick, what I'm saying? Put one of these guys at end. Those are some real beasts. There's some proven players already. You go get one of these guys and throw in your end if that's what you want to do. Stop worrying about these young guys all the time, man. It's like, yes, Reddick is still like, 25 years old, somewhere like that. So get these young, proven players and throw in your defense. Stop messing with these old guys at the end of their career or even drafting first-round picks. You never know which first round. Just because you're a first-round pick doesn't mean you're going to be a baller. You can still be a bust. Every year there's 32 first-round picks, but how many of them actually make it for their stars, You get like half of that actually have good first years, good careers. If he doesn't want to play in Philly, about his rumors he wants to play at the Eagles, then Harry Roseman contacted GM. Man, is a dumb guy. Yeah, facts. Howie's gonna do his job regardless. Daniel, that's his name. Daniel what? I'm confused. You will beat him again, and Mr. BIRDGANG is right. You can't beat anyone when it comes to other people. Shut your mouth, Jadis. Yeah, young players, but that doesn't mean you can't go young veteran players. People that came in the league when they were 21, 22 and actually made a name for themselves, ready for that second contract type players. That's what kind of young players we need. Thinking about if we could start something new, how many teams in the NFL got 6'8" and 6'9" offensive linemen? Facts, man. Facts. That's straight facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there is a team out there with a 6'8" and a 6'9" offensive lineman on bookends. That would be great for our team for a long time. Can I have a sip, BG, of that Snapple? Those are good. Those are real good. I love Snapple, man. And the best part about Snapple is you learn something every time. Like this one says, no word in the English language rhymes with month. Hey, that's a good fact. I didn't even know that. You got to try to rhyme with month. They said no word in the English language rhymes with month. I got to agree because I can't think of one. It's true. It says the Ernest Johnson would be a nice number 2 back or Fournette as the 1 and have him next to Hurts. Yeah, facts, man. Where's that Johnson guy from? That name sounds familiar. Is that the guy that plays at Cleveland Johnson? But I do love Fournette. I'm a big time Fournette guy. I'm hoping we definitely get that guy. And even Jones from Tampa Bay, he wasn't used much this year. I know he had fumbling issues, they said, but it really only cut like one or two fumbles he did. They didn't like it, and he couldn't pass protect very well. But those are the correctable things. You can teach someone to hold the ball better. You can teach someone how to pass ball better. But as a runner, Jones was a beast. You think about before Fournette got there, Jones was putting in that work over there in that Tampa Bay offense. So, either one of those guys would be great compliments to Miles Sanders. Daniel Falele. Facts, man. All right, I'm gonna look that guy up for sure. Her swag call. I'm gonna look him up and see what he's talking about. Because a guy that big, I want to see how he moves. I want to see, is he like Mailata where he can move? He has the agility of Mailata. Mailata played like rugby. He was like a running back over there. So this guy is actually a football player. So let's see a guy that size if he's gonna be able to move. The way Mailata moves. If he does, definitely I would probably even spend one of those first round picks on him. BG31, is you reading comments like crazy. I know you want to get out of here. Hey, man, I told you guys stay on here. You guys know about this time. I be almost ready to wrap it up anyway. But I try to stay on here as long as possible with you guys, man. I love it. I started, half hour earlier because it be getting kind of late. I was like, we need to change the evenings with BIRDGANG 31 on Tuesdays. But, I like the late night too. It's cool. Month dump. That's a or ump. I don't know. I like it though. I like that try. Month dump. No, because dump. No, it don't rhyme. No, we can't give you that one. I can't give you that one. Jadis, good try though. How we need Texas Waggies considering the quarterback and Stone Cold Stunner with a nice sweet chant music to the face like BG31 take the draft throws Howie into the closet. mouth tape tied. Facts. I would do it too. Don't know basic concepts. Yeah, but he can run the football. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to be our starter. He'll just come off the bench and give us some of that thunder. Because, he's a power runner too. You know what I'm saying? That fool's big. So that's why I say Ronald Jones wouldn't be bad. With the offseason, plus you got to think, when they had Fournette this year, they did not use Ronald Jones at all. He has definitely got to be humbled about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, any guy that was the starter, you go get a guy like Fournette, bring in there. Now you're not getting no carries at all. For a season, like no carries. They even gave what's that receiving back they had over there, Bernard. They had Bernard getting rushes before they had Jones. So that humbled him up, gave him a little bit of that humble pie. So maybe he'll come back hungry next year, wanting to play some football. Because I remember him, man. I was like expecting Ronald Jones to do some big things. The year before, he did a good job. That's why he don't play sometimes. He misses the cutback. Yeah, that's he probably does miss some cutback. No, there's nobody perfect. No one perfect though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta give him that second chance. Hell no, don't leave. Love messing with you. I know you do, Janice. You love it. Swag cost at month brunch. Month and brunch. I can't give you that one either. Again, I'm gonna go with Snap on that one again. Those are two good ones. What did Jada say? Jada said month and dump, and then a swag cost at month and brunch. I can see it's similar, but no, that don't rhyme either, man. And listen, guys, whenever Snapple says it, you know what I'm saying? That's 100% authentic. They give you straight facts. That's why I love Snapples. I read every single Snapple just so I can add to my think tank up there. You should use it. You should use it, G. This BIRDGANG stop BIRDGANG studio plans. Less learning from Wayne World. Remember when Wayne went into the studio? There's less of corrupted the show. Oh my god. Video of you. Shenali facts. You made a video with me? I'm gonna have to check that out. He said, BIRDGANG, how do I get a ranch, man? You just come. You know, you've been on here enough. Like I said, I'd be forgetting those things. Like, we definitely gonna get you a ranch. You definitely been here, you know, a lot of time. I just usually wait till the first couple times, seeing you on here. Once you've been on here consistently, and that's when I pass them out. You know, I did pass out a lot of ranches earlier, you know, that I had to end up going and take back because they were abusing the ranches. So, you know, I just started back giving out those ranches a little while ago. But yeah, man, you've been here enough. We definitely get that on there for you. I'll remember to do that, or tell Mrs. BIRDGANG, remind me to do that when I get out of here. I've actually never watched Wayne's World, Richie. Wow, you haven't? We have to watch that. Yeah, I told you guys, none of you guys are gonna get it. You know, because I would love one of you guys to get it. If one of you guys did get it, then I can go snap and be like, I'm suing you for fraud because you told me these are real facts. Okay, this is false advertisement because I have a word in an English dictionary or an English language that rhymes with month, but I don't. So, and I think you guys are gonna get it. Those are some close ones. I liked it. I liked them. I almost went with it, but it didn't. They didn't cut. They didn't make the cut, man. They didn't make the cut. He's suing. Yeah, I'm gonna sue him. You know how much it costs for a case of Snapples? A lot. Snapples are still one of the most expensive freaking juices you can buy. And how much per juice do they even have in here? Let's see. And look at that. Don't you guys hate that too? Off topic, but don't you hate when some of your favorite juices say 5% juice? Or like, you know, those Minute Maids at the store says doesn't contain any real juice. Like, what the hell am I drinking? You know, why does it taste like the fruit? Like, what am I drinking? If it's not juice, I bought it because I thought it was juice, and it's not juice. So I need to know, you know, what is it that's making me taste the fruit that I think I taste? You know what I'm saying? For 5% worth of juice, my guy, that ain't a lot. That ain't a lot. I mean, they dabbed a little juice, and the rest is some other stuff that they be doing those science project type stuff, and I ain't down with that. I ain't down with that. He's at month Trump. Trump month. No, month. Trump. You can't use the P. You can't use the CH because there isn't nothing that actually has that besides month. I'm still, yeah, that didn't work either, Jadis. End of story. Yeah, like it. Has no sugar in it. I just DM'd you on your messenger of you hushing out your Roseman. All right, I'm gonna check that out. See, I know I'm about to get out of here for show. We're about to hit that 2 hour mark. BIRDGANG got worked as always on Wednesday, starting the work day back up. But don't worry, we got some shows lined up. I think tomorrow we're supposed to be doing. Me and One Trey Rock supposed to be doing. Ideal Eagles 53-man roster. So be on the lookout for that one. I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Me and One Trade Rock, we're going to do a joint collab with our ideal 53-man roster. And we're going to be using free agency in the draft to fill those holes. So it should definitely be good. You know, definitely be good. We'll definitely work on that. Richie says chemicals and additives. Exactly. But what chemicals, Richie? What chemicals? It is delicious, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the messed up part. And then they have the nerve, you know? That's what I never got either. How can you say 5% juice and then turn around on the front of the label and say all natural. What? 5% juice and then say all natural. What? What? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. 5% juice, but it's all natural. If it's all natural, it would be 100% juice, right? I don't get that. I don't get that. This is BIRDGANG. The Snapple says, and I do repeat, it says, no word in the English language rhymes with month. So if you can think of a word that rhymes with month, then we got a lawsuit for false advertisement. Let's go. Woo! Month, hump. No, it does not rhyme with month. Bump, hump, lump, those rhyme together. But month is a TH sound at the end. That's what you're missing. The month. You know, like what other word has umped at the end of it, I guess. That's where you're missing out. Yeah, it did fly by, right? I thought I was about a little over an hour, but we about to hit that 2-hour mark. It was flying. Hey, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, true. I was just playing my game, so I was listening, but I wasn't commenting. He said I can't. He's gonna sue them. Millionth? That Dev, I don't, Mrs. BIRDGANG, baby. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Millionth and month does not rhyme. Yeah, I hate to have to be against you on that one, but that was no. That was no. Jadis says, laugh out loud. Time to sue. No, Jadis. You were riding that with her. No, that's not rhyme. Millionth and month. No, that doesn't work. Wrong. But yeah, if any of you guys can do it, like I said, you know, any of you guys do it, drop it in the chat, drop it in a comment box. A real word that rhymes with month, man. And I promise you, when I sue these guys and I get that money, you know, I'll come holler at you and we're going to split it. We may not split it, but we can go like 75-25 or 70-30, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out. She said that might not be a real word. Facts. I'm going to the party right now. My friend's picking me up. Good job, Jinx. You go have yourself a nice. What time is it? You about to go to a party at 2 o'clock in the morning? Something like that? 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning? I like your style, guys. Stay safe out there. Hopefully the guy in that fight with you is not there at that party. Might have to go get another sock. Yeah, I think Howard's going to really look at. I want everybody to be prepared because I think Howard's really going to look at a lot of quarterbacks from here into the draft. Because he wants everybody to believe that the Eagles are going to draft a quarterback. Because if they believe the Eagles are going to draft the quarterback, that's going to push teams up the draft board so they can go get these quarterbacks. And guess what? They go up and the draft board, go get these quarterbacks. What is it going to do? Push the linebackers and defensive backs to us at 15, 16. It's a great strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything you hear is legit. Sometimes he just be blowing smoke so he can get other teams to jump. So I like the strategy. I would be at every single quarterback's pro day just because. You know what I'm saying? Having no intention on grabbing one. But I would be there just so those other GMs, you know, and scouts could see me there thinking, oh, man, maybe the Eagles aren't sold on Hurts. Maybe they'll be willing to trade up, or maybe they'll want, you know, to trade up and try to get one of these quarterbacks. And there's only a couple of them in this draft, so what that's going to make them do? Oh, we need to hurry up and figure out how we're going to get up the board so we can go get one of these quarterbacks before the Eagles jump up and get them. They have 3 first-round picks. Come on, guys. You know, it's chess, not checkers. Exactly. Dang. Because you know Siri be knowing what she be talking about. That's one smart woman right there. Siri, whoo, she's smart. Because even Siri says there's no word. We won't be able to find one in the English language. James is still laughing. That rhymes with months. He might. Oh, Jinx. Make sure you prepare. What the hell is that? Gallup? Like, Mrs. BIRDGANG, I'm going to need you to stop replying to that whole thing there, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to stop with that. You know, we need to did that. Let Jinx and these Jadis and these guys, you know, try to bring out the words, but you're going way off with it. You're going way off with it. We got reel it back in. Reel it back in. Month. Is that month? Chump? Nope, the P. That's what you guys keep missing, that P sound. Oh, he says, I got my boys with me. They ain't going to let me take a beat down. They ain't going to let me take a beat down. That's what's up, Jadis. What up, Brad? Right. Welcome to the nation, my guy. Salute to you for subscribing. He said, just subbed. You up, big dog. That's what's up, my guy. That's what's up, man. I hope you enjoy the content. Like I said, I'm going to keep bringing that Eagles 5 for you. But welcome to the family. I hope you enjoy it. Hit that like. And, you know, I'm glad and I'm hoping to see you in a lot of more streams. Get you that ranch. You know what I'm saying, big dog? Good, Brad Wright. Thanks for the support. He said, party on, Jinx. Oh, to be in your shoes again. Facts, Richie. Remember when we were back in those days, you know, for me, partying in high school, that was 98. I was a junior in 98. So you got to do the math. I ain't going to tell you how old I am again. But 98 was when I was partying in high school like Jinx as a junior in high school. So, you know what I'm saying? Those are the days. It was a whole nother vibe back then, you know. The ladies were different. The partying was different. We did more things. We had more fun, I think, than these guys do nowadays. Now everybody want to fight all the time. Get crazy. No, I don't really mess with none of that Alexa stuff, man. I don't like the technology like that. For real, for real. You know, like, I hate it. Like, all these new cars parking themselves, like, people don't think that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Alexa, turning on everything in your house, turn it off. Like, I'm not down with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be lazy and not turn it off before I go get an Alexa, go turn off my stuff. You know, next thing you know, she's talking to you. You know, you never know what Alexa's saying in your sleep while you're sleeping. You never know. I don't trust none of that technology. I don't take none of that technology. No. They can keep that Alexa. I don't even like Siri for that much. You know, I hate Siri, you know, and I hate, you know, when you have to use the maps and that map person talks to you. Could they be getting you lost? And I'd be getting mad as hell. I'm like, you know, you bought this app. It cost me all this money for this phone. Are you going to get me in the middle, you know, of a dead end? Like, I'm supposed to be, it says you are here at the location, but I'm at a dead end and there ain't even a house around. What's the heck's going on? Yes, sir. He's at Nick Sirianni, Howard Roseman, making the rounds at the Senior Bowls. Eagles have 10 picks in the upcoming 2022 draft, 2 and 3 first rounders, 15, 16, 19. Yeah, facts. And I told you, I think he's going to go around anyway. He's going to go make his round. He's going to say what's up. He's going to be like, yes, sir. You know, we're going to get it. You know, and then he's not going to do nothing. It's all smoke and mirrors, my guy. Smoke and mirror. Mr. BIRDGANG, funny, right? Keep the comments going. He says, you're 40? Wow, James gonna put my age on blast like that? Yes, sir. I'm old school. You know what I do hate too is like with your phone, and you be having a conversation and your phone pick it up. Like, yeah. It's like, okay, calling. Josh, and you're like, I didn't even say that. What? I'm not even talking to you. I'm having a normal conversation. Why are you even picking up my conversation? Nosy. That's the government, man. They always listen to what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I'll go back to the pagers and the payphones. You know what I'm saying? Go back to pager and payphones. That's what I would like to go back to. So if I want to call you back, you know what I'm saying? You knew the code. 911 means it's emergency. You know what I'm saying? Flip it upside down, make all the little extra special codes. You know, if you need, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people, we knew what those codes meant, you know, but most of y'all probably don't even know what a pager is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never seen one because y'all ain't old enough to know about it. But, man, the pagers and payphones were they were the business back in the day. Alexa's a weirdo. And Siri, yeah, both of them are little weirdos, nosy little fuckers. So she think you're saying her name when you're saying I said it. Usually, right? But yeah, man, we hit that 2 hour mark, man. Shout out to all you guys. Much love for the support, man. We had a great show tonight. You know, be on the lookout for the shows the rest of the week. We definitely gonna be having a lot of stuff coming up. Also, we're gonna be doing draft stuff, free agency stuff. He said I'm trying to get back to the Eagles when they had number one and run, pass, and overall defense 1990. I was 16 then. House of Pain game defense. That's what I'm talking about. House of Pain, jump around. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He goes 16 then, huh? So what that mean? I mean, you like 38 too? Nope, 28? 38? Somewhere 28. 28. Yeah. Yep. Look at 15 players. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good players at Senior Bowl. I'm supposed to be going down there. To Senior Bowl. I'm gonna check. I think I'm gonna check that out. So we see how that is. Hopefully, if I'm going down there like I should be going down there, I will also be doing some interviewing. So we're gonna see how that working out. We're gonna see how that works out. 47. 47 and 90? Oh, he said 90, he was 16. Oh yeah, my bad. I was doing the other math. Yeah, 47. Yeah, man. Dang. You older than me, big Brad. But we still young, you know what I'm saying? We're still young, you know. I feel like I'm like 25. You know what I'm saying? I probably look like it too, you know, crack don't fade, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You playing Madden tonight? I don't know about that. Probably tomorrow night. I probably play some Madden tomorrow night. You know, I think I'm gonna go ahead, you know, go hang out with Miss BIRDGANG before we go night night. You know how I go. Gotta go wake up early in the Momo to go to work. Yeah, it's hard to trust him. But, you know, like I said, everybody turns a new leaf. And from what he sound like he might be making the right decision. So we gonna see. The only thing we can do is see, wait and find out. Like I said, it'll still be so hard. Like you really don't even have to really, you know, imagine if we go get Barr, Hightower, you know what I'm saying? Go get Devontae Adams and Juju. You know, now you're talking about those picks you really wanted in the first round. You don't really need anymore. And guess what? Now you can actually, you know, pick some other position, you know, or trade one of them. Then I won't really care if we traded one of them. But as long as we got those two weaknesses, those first round picks need to work on those weaknesses. So we'll see what they do in that by the trade deadline. He says, I'm 17. What? So you're a senior? Because I graduated at 17. I think my first year of college I was 18. Yeah, you did. You caught me. I messed up. He says, I trust him. She said, I don't trust him either. I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous about Howie Roseman not drafting a linebacker. Yeah, that is a huge one. He got my trust. He said, yeah, he is a senior. Yeah, see, shout out to that. You know, we graduated at 17, young buck in the building. You know, class of 99 in the building. He said, I'd rather the fans picked than Howie. He tries to outsmart us all. Yeah, exactly. He always overthinking things. The analytics says I should pick Jalen Reagor over Jefferson because Jalen Reagor is projected to have a higher ceiling than Jefferson. Jefferson is only a slot receiver. Yeah, get over there. Oh, the analytics tells me to go pick, Derek Barnett because he broke Reggie White's sack record in Tennessee, which is a garbage football team. But I think that will translate to the NFL, and he will be elite. We all know how he do, man. But like I said, he did better this year. All we can do is trust that he doesn't mess it up again. And so I'm going to have my trust in him until he starts making me believe otherwise. Like, yeah. But yeah, guys, hey, shout out to all you guys still sticking in here. Much love. Hit that like, comment. Shout out to the new subscriber, Brad. Hope to see you next stream. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your night. It was great talking with you guys. We definitely got to chop it up. I need to get some more content put out there for you guys in this off season. Like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, this late night with Bird Gang 31. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I'll see you again later. Peace out. Peace.